Alright, we hope this works. It's the first time we've tried to do a hybrid YouTube recorder / Skype conversation between Canada and Scotland.
England! I live in England now.
You live in England now? I didn't know that. I'm sorry to hear that. Where in England are you?
Down in Peterborough.
Oh, Peterborough. Okay. Oh, gee. Well, that's easier to get to.
And it's warmer than Scotland.
Yes, yes, it is. All right. So, as folks can probably tell, I have Ross Lamond, the very, very gracious and generous and kind, tireless supporter of the Muff Wiggler Forum on Skype on my iPhone, sitting beside my iPad, which is recording a YouTube recorder, which I've literally just downloaded and never used. So we hope that this all works out nicely. If not, we're going to have to do something else. Greetings, everybody. I don't think I have to introduce myself. It's Mike. Absolutely humbled and excited and blown away with the level of support, from everyone, from Ross. Ross having the initiative initially to put this together and to donate a case, and then everybody stepping up to the plate to, hey, here's a module for that case, and then the next thing we know, the case is overflowing, and there's way too many modules. There's going to be systems being awarded here. There's studio time. There's more prizes than I can count, which is why I need Ross on here. He's going to run through the prizes. Drawing for us is going to be my 3 lovely offspring. Kira Jane.
Hi.
The Doctor Who fan.
Yeah.
Poppy. Hi. Hi. Poppy, the Adventure Time fan. And Kaylin, usually known as Snails, the Minecraft fan. These are my delightful offspring who will carry on the Muff Wiggler legacy when I'm dead and buried in the ground. To try and make this fair, we're doing a live drawing. We'll hold up to the camera here. We can see many ballots into the box. We put in a ballot for every, roughly 10 pounds donated. Some people donated in, in American and Canadian dollars or in euros. We basically, looked at a rough exchange. If when we rounded up, if your exchange rate added you to £7, we just rolled you up to £10. For the most people, though, it was above £10. So you basically have an entry for every £10 roughly that you put in. I'm gonna really mix them up so it's fair. I don't know how many are in here. It's a lot.
Hundreds.
Yeah, probably I would guess between 350 and 425 or so.
I think 325 emails.
325, Kira says.
Well, there was that a lot of emails. So.
Kira would know.
I spent 8 hours writing them down.
Kira spent 8 hours yesterday going through my inbox and writing, everyone's name down one time on a card.
Kira's the best.
Kira is the best. Now I shouldn't even do this. I'll feel terrible. I'll leave some out. It was clear going through when Kira did it. There were some names that came up over and over and over again. Folks who went in many times. I want to thank Stephen Drake specifically is one who donated many times. I'm going to leave some of them out, so I shouldn't even do this. I feel absolutely awful. So yeah, maybe we shouldn't. Graham Hinton was extremely generous with his donations as well from Hinton Power and modules in the UK. It's really amazing folks. Who else was in there many times? Do you remember?
Lots of people. I don't know.
It's
been a while.
Lots of people. I shouldn't say. I'm gonna stop calling people.
Lots of people.
Lots of people.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of people. So with no further ado, I know everybody wants to get to the prizes. To keep this dramatic and so that folks will stick around and watch our entire little video here. My very first YouTube video. We're starting at the bottom and working up. Sorry, Ross?
I said, shut up and let me speak.
All right. I'm going to shut up and let Ross speak. I hope that the speaker from my iPhone carries over to my iPad that's recording so folks can hear. Go ahead, Ross.
Okay, well, first of all, as you said, I'd like to thank all the people that have chipped in to this, what has turned out to be an absolutely massive, mad, modular prize giveaway. And even to the people who has given software and giving the time, which is obviously very valuable to a lot of these producers. And just generally, I'm super stoked that people got behind me because it's our favourite playground.
It is.
What a lot of people don't know is you lost a lot of money while fixing our playground because it's your baby, and it couldn't be left because it couldn't be fixed by anybody else. Like you said, I'd like to thank, is it Analog, the guy that done all the line code?
Analog Digital, a gentleman named Chris, who came in, you know, I canceled a job that I had that was going to bring in sort of my January income. I sat around for about 2 weeks, day and night. I think my children will even say, I mean, they were getting angry with me because I wasn't even spending time with them. I was working all day, all night, fixing the darn site. You know, and through that process, I ran into a couple of walls. There's stuff with computers I'm good at. There's stuff I'm not. The very first wall I ran into, you know, I was working with my host, DreamHost, and they literally, you know, I had a dozen different techs spend hours, and they couldn't find what was wrong. There's a woman who works at DreamHost, Jennifer D. They don't give their last names for obvious reasons. And Jennifer D. was able to find some very, very obscure issue that, you know, literally a dozen other techs could not find. They said everything looks fine, but we don't know what's up here. Huge amount of thanks to her. Then, you know, I continued on with the construction effort, and I ran into a real issue trying to find out why the database refused to, you know, index and find those other posts. It looked like the posts were there, but just scrambled. You know, as it turns out, and I don't know if the hackers intended that to try and throw us off the recovery trail. It turns out the posts actually weren't there at all in the table. Other tables were scrambled to point to them, and they were absolutely gone. Gentleman in LA, Chris, is known on the forum as Analog Digital. You know, I tried to crowdsource the problem, and I exported some of the database tables without personal information. I posted them on the forum, and literally within minutes, Chris had pulled it down and had a look and said, "Oh," he goes, you know, post indexes are calling here. You know, post ID is calling there, but post text is null for these. There's literally nothing there, dude. You know, they're gone. You know, which basically put me on the track of pulling old backups, you know, hoping they weren't overwritten with newer backups of corrupt stuff. You know, fix that. For Chris, though, that wasn't enough. He said, look, you know, all the posts that were made in the interim and the, you know, half-repaired forum, we can get those back too. Which is, I'm not going to get into the details, but it's an incredibly complicated problem to solve. You know, when a post goes in, it doesn't just save to a table. It updates about 15 different tables, people's post counts, table counts, you know, sub-forum counts.
I think Chris is a hero, never mind anybody else.
He's an absolute hero, and, you know, he spent many hours, and then, you know, once everything was fixed, that's still not enough. Chris is now still working to give us a completely new search engine tool within the forum that's going to make searching vastly more powerful and easier and faster and with less load on the site. You know, dude is a complete hero, so huge thanks to Chris as well. You know, I've offered to buy him a module or two, whatever he wants. He's really humble. He's, you know, I don't know, I'll think about it. But, you know, I'm in an enormous amount of debt to him as well as you, Ross, and everyone else here.
Cool. Okay. So listen, we've done all the introductories. We're all happy with the way everything's live and fair. So the first prize is for a Muffwiggler. There's 5 of these, so we'll do 5 draws.
All right.
So it's for a Muffwiggler radio account given by yourself. So if you could pull out the first one.
Sure. All right, and again, I'm going to give a real mix. Yeah. I'm going to mix these cards up super well. Just for interesting sake, this is all being done on my old HID business cards. The you know, company I was proud to work for a long time, who then threw my life for a real twist about 2 years ago with some news I didn't expect that everybody probably knows. So I'm happy to say I reduce, reuse, recycle. We're making a good use of these horrific cards. So,
and just to confirm, when you've pulled it, you're going to write the prize on the person's card.
I am going to write the prize on the person's card. Now, each card simply has someone's name on it. You know, the card will say Ross Lamond, for example, for you. But Ross and myself refuse to enter this because it just, you know, it would be very, very unfair to say, oh, and the grand prize goes to me. So we're not in here. But, you know, just for example's sake.
It's all right, Mike. I can make myself a case next week.
I'm sure you can. So the card simply has someone's first and last name on it. In a couple of cases, it has the business name because the PayPal payment came through, you know, from, you know, something,
as long as it can be traced back to the person, that's cool.
I've got all the emails. I can do a search on the name. I can make sure they've answered the skill testing question. Yep. And if they haven't, I will reach out to them and ask them to rather than disqualify them. You know, so I'll pull it and we'll be getting in touch with everyone. So first open.
I don't know if this will work, so hold on.
Yeah.
Right. Hold on.
Holding on.
Ready? Can you hear that?
Yes. Although I'm not sure my iPad recording this can hear that.
That's as close as I'm going to get to a drum.
That's as close as we'll get to a drum roll. The oscillator's drum rolling. All right, so we're going to get Snails to pull the first open tape account here.
Okay.
doing a thorough job. He's really
Is this
fishing
one?
around in there.
Is this one?
Everyone is one. If you
Yeah,
pick
everyone
something,
is one.
it's
Do
one.
I pick one?
Do I have two? Pick one.
Make sure. Yes.
I don't know.
Rub it with your fingers. I think you just have one.
Yeah, because you just have one.
All right, pull it out.
Pull it out.
Okay, the first open tape account goes to Noise Toys.
Here, can they see it?
Not toys, excellent. So pick another one.
Yeah, Noise Toys. Wait, let me write open tape on here. Congratulations, Noise Toys.
Yeah, first prize.
First prize for an open
First
tape
prize,
account.
First prize out, yeah.
All right, so there's 5, so we're going to do the next open tape account.
Alright, Bobby.
Poppy, give us a draw.
Reach in there. Make sure to only pick one.
There, you got one.
And I can imagine everyone sitting at home right now saying, don't draw mine, don't draw mine. Don't draw mine, I want to be last.
Not for the small ones,
Yeah, exactly. Jussie Bueller. Another one of our great,
I know his name.
great supporter. Jussie, thank you, sir. Congratulations.
Awesome. So third one. Let's
Open
move
tape.
This,
Number
move these
2.
ones along quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, here.
All right. Kara's going to grab her third open tape account. This is going to be a long YouTube video.
Yeah.
How
Here.
long?
I don't know how long. We'll see at the end.
2
All right.
hours.
And the winner for the third open account is
Ben Wilson.
Ben Wilson.
I'm sure that's Ben Hex.
Yes. I'm pretty sure it is as well.
Brilliant.
Congratulations, Ben. Now, if someone, I think, let's just make a rule up right now. If someone gets a prize they already have, if they already have an open tape account, then, haha, you win nothing? I don't know. People can trade their prizes, I guess, if they want.
They can sell it,
They're
they've
not-
won it.
Whatever they want, right?
Yes.
All right.
Right here?
Yes.
Yeah, these are transferable, I suspect, as long as you want.
Okay.
Number 4.
Yeah, so open tape account number 4.
Okay.
Uh,
Pick one.
And the winner is... Read it.
Jonathan Hammond.
Jonathan Hammond. Open
John
tape number
Hammond,
4.
he was one of my first customers, I think.
Was he really? Excellent.
Yeah.
Super. Congratulations, John. Thank you for your support.
I think I'm going to recognise most of these names, probably.
No, I know. Some of them I recognize, a lot of them I don't. I would only know their forum name.
Yeah. I think that's because we've done the Facebook thread and we got everybody a chance to enter.
Yeah. Now, Ross, what do you think of this? If we happen to draw the same winner twice, let's say, a name I've already pulled, we pull out. Do you want to say, someone can only win one time?
No, if somebody's put their entries in,
Yeah.
it's only fair if they get pulled twice, then because
Then they win twice?
Chance has no memory.
You're right. Fair enough.
Kids are putting their hands in, picking them at random, so it's fair.
All right. There's the official word from the organizer. If someone is lucky enough to have their name pulled twice, they win twice.
Yeah.
Because this is chance. Chance has no memory.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Right in the fifth.
So number 5.
Yeah, number 5,
John Chandler.
John Chandler.
Yay, John Chandler.
Thank you, John. Congratulations, sir. All right, that's the open tape accounts. The least exciting of them all. As much work as
I'm
open.
sure people will be happy with that.
Oh, I think it's awesome. They're,
The next prize is from Noise, which is a computer program called Flux FX.
Oh, that's
So
an excellent. Actually, that's an excellent
Yeah.
suite of effects
So if
processors.
you can draw for that.
I'll draw this one. Let me
You
draw
draw
this
that
one.
one.
All right, the Flux Effect plugin goes to
Drum roll.
Alistair Hill. Congratulations,
Yay,
Alistair.
Brilliant. Okay, so you wrote that down.
Excellent. They're all sounding like they're sounding like all British names so far.
Well, we did take over the world at one point. But
That was long ago, Ross. You guys have to stop lording that over us. All right,
Indeed.
let's.
Okay, so the next one is going to be 3 cool T-shirts from Custom Synth. He does ARP,
Nice.
Gateway, all the old school. So when we find out who it is and what size, he'll make them up.
Excellent. So it's one winner of 3 shirts or 3 winners of one shirt each.
One winner's going to get 3 cool T-shirts.
Awesome. I like the sound of that.
Right.
All right, Snails is going to pull this one for us.
Alright.
What have you got? Eric Liberta. Eric. 3
No
shirts.
idea who that is. I want to get excited because I know them, but I have no idea.
You don't know who that is? Oh, I know who Eric is.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to be excited about those shirts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so the next prize is a sample pack for NI Machine from Ken at Flux With It.
Awesome.
Alright. Reach in.
All right.
And obviously, when you get in contact with him, he'll give you the code and the download. And it's the same with that noise, Flux FX.
Super. And this is?
Oh, wait, can I do it?
You can? Yeah.
Michael McKee.
Michael McKee.
Oh, Michael McKee!
Yes.
Just make a case for Michael.
Oh, excellent. It's always good to see, what I love about this is it's all folks in the community, and we're having multiple winners. Lurkanis before have always been one. I love this. All right.
So he's Irish, so he's not from UK, so we've got a different island win.
Excellent. A fellow Mick. All right.
So the next one is interesting. It's a bespoke panel of your choice from Ben at Resynthesis.
Wow.
Who does 5U panel. So if you have a DIY project, he'll work with you and make you a fantastic panel.
Whoa, that's wonderful.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, a custom panel.
Let's see.
And those 5U panels are not cheap either. That's a generous price.
Well, it could be Euro, it could be 5U, 4U.
Okay.
It's literally a bespoke panel of your choice.
Excellent. Well, this one goes to Jonathan Murray for the bespoke panel.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And because it doesn't matter what country you're in, you can still work that one out fine.
Exactly.
Now,
I like it.
here's one I know you would have wanted to win, but obviously you can't.
No, I can't.
And this is for the UK based. Is a day in the studio with Steve Everett, who was one of the members of Eat Static.
Yeah, I'm disgusted that I can't have this one. I'm going to leave now. It's a tiny bit of...
Especially since he was the one that made you start Muffwigglers.
He is. I had a conversation with Steve after he offered this. He got in touch, and I hadn't realized he was on the forum. Just to keep it brief for folks, in the 90s, I was a bit of a jazz, punk rock, indie music snob, and I thought dance music sucked, and I didn't like electronic music. And my friends started slowly turning into ravers, and one of them eventually showed up with Eat Static's record Abduction and said, "Look, put your feelings aside and just listen to this. I want to know if I'm crazy or is there really something here?" And it blew my mind. It turned my world upside down. That, and then later on discovering Aphex Twin, turned me from a guy who thought electronic music was a joke into somebody who absolutely adores it. There wouldn't be a Muffwiggler without that. A day in the studio with Steve is a dream come true to me. So somebody here has got my significant jealousy. And let me just throw in thank you, Steve, for all the wonderful music over the years. All right.
This prize as well, it will sort of help you with the track, or he's got an EMU system. I think he's got Buchla now. He has Euro. So it'll be a real journey when somebody goes down to meet him. And he's an absolute top bloke, and he likes to drink beer. So you'll have a great day.
Excellent. Well, the winner of this is actually one of our great supporters, Stephen Drake. And I'm not sure how this will work out. Stephen is in the U.S. Now, on the other hand, Stephen tours the world playing professional bass. In fact, right now, I believe he's in Germany playing bass on Roger Waters' tour for Roger Waters' opera.
Well, that's cool. And the thing is, a lot of these prizes are obviously my friends, so there's no time limit. It's like if he pops up next year, as long as it's organised, we'll give it the details to both parties, and then they can organise it at their leisure.
Super. Well, I'm happy about this as well because I'm a little concerned with maybe someone who's crazy and filthy and smelly like myself having to spend the day in Steve's studio, and whether or not that would be all that appreciated by Steve. Stephen Drake is as professional of a musician, as clean cut and fine of a man as the world has ever known. So I think the two.
He showers every day. That's okay.
Yeah, exactly. The two of them should get on just fine. Congratulations, very much, Steve, as well for that.
So the next prize is a day recording at Sonar Recording Studio in Utrecht in the Netherlands.
In the Netherlands, a lovely town. I've been to Utrecht. A wonderful university there too. So a day recording at the legendary Sonar Studios in Utrecht. And this is something I think any European wiggler should be able to get over quite easily. I think it would be pretty attractive to North Americans as well.
And obviously on the website, on Facebook, there's a link to it, and the studio looks incredible.
Oh yeah, I know. Sonar's an amazing place.
Lots of toys to play with.
Yep. So the winner of this one is Broderick Carlin. Broderick, congratulations, sir. A day at Sonar Studios.
And also, if he can't get to it, he can sell it, he can swap it, he can give it to a friend that lives in that country. It's entirely up to the winner.
Wonderful. This is crazy fun. All right.
So the next one is a day in his own studio. It's a Grammy Award winner, Dom Morley.
Dom Morley. This is huge as well. Huge. Dom Morley has done production for Adele. He's done production for, I believe, Coldplay. Some of the biggest names. Some of the more unheard techno names as well. Grammy Award-winning producer. Grammy Award-winning studio. Absolutely huge. Very exciting prize. So, I'm absolutely blown away at the size of this raffle and some of these prizes. This is unreal. This is like a professional deal rather than some, shady little muff wiggler thing. This is huge.
But I have to say, it's also blown me away because, to have this support from people, and I'm quite new to the scene, just shows you how great it is. So, again, I want to say thanks to everybody who has backed us and made this such a fun, awesome thing. It really is been great fun watching it build and build,
Oh, has it ever? It's been absolutely huge. Now, you keep saying you're a newcomer to this scene, Ross. It's been years now. You're a senior leading member now, sir. Get over that.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Now, I also know, I don't have in my mind the studio list, but from what I understand, in Dom Morley's studio, there are some absolutely fabulous, legendary, and rare instruments. I don't want to commit to saying that there's an ARP, one of those giant old ARP, 2100 or whatever they are.
I'm not sure about that, but he has some awesome Macbeth stuff.
Yeah.
5U, obviously, because I've made a lot of cases for him, so he's got lots of Euro. But when I was in his old studio, he had some beautiful valve stuff and, just stuff that's like $4 or $5 grand for one 19-inch box, and you're like, you don't even know what it does, but it just looks great.
Yeah, this is literally world class, the best of the best recorded and win Grammy Awards in this place. So the winner of this absolutely fabulous prize is Christopher Warner.
Christopher Warner, I've seen him on the Facebook page, so I'm sure he'll be very happy.
Congratulations, Christopher.
Excellent.
Yep.
So the next prize is a morning or afternoon spent with Scanner, who is Robert
Nice.
Rimback. Now, I know he's my friend, and I could probably go down and spend a day with him, but I would want to win this because he was a pioneer of taking spoken conversation and eavesdropping, etc., and turned it into some really mad soundscapes.
Absolutely, Scanner is legendary. This is another one. I'd like to win all of these prizes, but there's a few that stand out, and for me specifically, the studio time. Scanner has I know a lot of fans on the forum and elsewhere. So let's see who gets to spend the day with Scanner.
Yep.
All right. Can you read that?
Aaron Poole.
Aaron Poole.
Well done, Aaron Poole.
Congratulations, Aaron Poole. A day in the studio with Scanner.
Absolutely right. I'm.
Wonderful. This is long. You don't have to stick around if you're getting bored.
Yeah.
You've done your job. You can go and play Minecraft if you want. Or you can... No, you're happy. You're on the internet.
I like being on the internet.
You like to be on the internet. Okay. All right. Next up.
To the people that don't have kids, this is what happens.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Right, let me just... I'm just getting up the threads because I want to just make sure. So that was Robin. Now, the next one is from a guy called Jan Willem, who is Ginkgo Synthesis, who I admire because he had he's brought lots of really low costs, put together yourself cases to get people into it.
Yep.
And he has going to donate or send out a 6U DIY case.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so we're getting into the cases now.
Okay, super. All right, I'm going to draw one here. Getting into the cases, folks. The prizes are getting bigger and bigger. So the 6U DIY case from Jan goes to Jim Matheson. Congratulations, Jim. Lots of familiar names coming up here. Congratulations. So that's the 6U Ginkgo DIY case. I'll put it there in the winner's pile. Congratulations, Jim. All right, next up.
Now, next up is from a forum member called Rob, who is Stratara.
Yep.
On Muffs, and he's got out of Euro, so he's donated his 12U carry case.
Wow.
Which looks really nice. It's in the photos on the list. And that will be posted out to the winner when we find out who it is. So if you can call this one.
Sure. And I just, I'm stupid. I have to make dumb jokes. I admire the heck out of Streditar. I think he's a great guy. I only fear that the reason he's getting out of Euro, I hope it has nothing to do with me allowing Nelson Baboon back into the forum.
Oh no, that was way before.
That was before that. All right.
Welcome back, Nelson. Let's have a separate competition to see how long it takes before he gets banned for life.
There you go. All right, yes, you can draw it.
Gene, we love you.
We do. And then thank you for continuing to behave, Gene.
Yes, please do.
Yes, please do. Yes.
Aiden Taylor.
Aiden Taylor.
Oh, he's in UK. I'm sure it's. I met him at the Manchester thing, so that's cool.
Excellent, Aiden.
He'll really appreciate that.
Aiden Taylor. Who doesn't appreciate a case? Awesome. I have modules just sitting without a case, so maybe Ross, you and I can talk at some point later, and I'll commission a custom build from you. But right now, I'm more excited about all these winners. I can't believe how many winners we have. It's bananas.
Yeah.
Who's next up?
Now, what's next up is first of all, I'd like to thank Matt Tech, who's Matt Preston, or Muffs is Matt Tech. He obviously has become a friend of mine, and he knows exactly what he's doing, as people will have seen by his videos and his tutorials and SoundCloud music. So I asked him to put together some systems that were cohesive and would be good for a starter or adding to somebody's system, depending on who wins. So I'd like to say a big thanks to Matt Tech on that. And the fourth prize is a little sequencer setup he's done, which consists of 6 or 7 modules, which is from Brown Shoes Only video, audio, like attenuator, the new Roll Your Own XOR, and the VC sequencer with the trigger expander. And so basically that's it. It's a nice little sequencing package. So if you like to draw for that.
All right, I will do that. And, just quickly, I'm going to throw in, I think Ross mentioned as well, folks know we've got the Muffler store in Portland. Matt has been working really hard, as well as taking a pretty serious financial risk to open up his own shop in Manchester, Matt Tech Modular. I've had some conversations with him. He said, what were your pitfalls starting out? I've been really happy to give him a bit of advice. And one of the things I love about this scene, it's, I don't see it as competition. We've got a little shop. We want to help our friends sell modules. Matt has opened up his, and he reached out to me right away and said, hey, can you give me any advice? We're so happy to see people, in the scene growing things. I'm delighted for Matt opening up his shop. I hope folks in the area will patronize Matt's business, because it is a risk. You're putting yourselves out there financially, and you're putting your name out to open up a shop. The fact that more of these are popping up shows, I think that our scene is growing in relevance and importance. And I'm absolutely delighted. So congratulations, Matt, on your store. Thank you for your support and all your time sussing out these systems. The sequence.
Mike, I hope he does well, because I was the one that persuaded him to do it.
So you're on the hook as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on the clock as well.
All right. Well, the winner of the sequencing system, and I'm writing sequencing system, is Thomas Hall. Thomas
Hall, lucky boy.
Thomas, congratulations, sir. There's some fascinating sequencing in your future.
Right. So the third prize.
Is
just the generosity of everybody's been amazing. But this one guy, geez, Hex Inverter Space has donated a $600 module. What?
Fellow Canadian as well, making me proud.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I shouldn't have mentioned that. so basically, we've got a little percussion system, which is a audio damages Mad Hatter, the Trigger Man from Mickey at Deltronics, and obviously this huge mutant machine. Now, I'd love to win this.
Yeah.
Jeez. So anyway, let's draw for this one.
Who wouldn't? Let's draw for this one.
I'm actually quite excited about this one, I tell you.
Me too. That's what these prizes are getting, just crazier and crazier. It's unreal.
These top two are just...
They're all special ones. All right, what have you got? Davor Ivankovic. Davor Ivankovic wins
He sounds Scottish.
Yeah, yes. I'm just going to leave that alone. Congratulations, Devor. I'm
Well
just
done
going to write
indeed.
here
That's incredible. Well done.
that is major. I mean, that's a real financial value on that one as well. So congratulations.
So,
All right, so what, we've got a couple left?
oh, geez, this is just. Oh, let me just gather myself. So,
Okay.
this is the second prize. This comes with a 120 HP 3U Lamond design case with a. He hasn't put in, but it's going to have a U-Zeus in it to power it. But I've not made it yet because I'm going to custom make it for the winner. So we'll chat and I'll actually, you know, they can pick wood. It's he or she can pick the wood, the depth, etc., etc. Maybe a bit of a slant on it, you know.
Wow.
Segment. So basically, it has a 110 VCO. Olivia's given us a Tides. Matthias has given us a VC modulator. Logan has given us 2 sub-6s, 1 for each case. Finley has, from Future Sound Systems, given us a Spectral Devastator, which is pretty much devastating. Menqui gave us a low-pass gate. Steve from Synthrotech has given us a VCA and something else in the other case. And I can never pronounce this properly, but we have the Strakal Brulu, which I think is a distortion. You've got the Nano Rand, which is a new one from Qubit. My friend Jason at Manhattan Analog has given us a CVP. Gezaitin has given us an ultimate ratio. He just rocked up and said, have one of these. And then we have Dinsink, good old Paul, the best looking man in modular, has given us a lot of amnesia. And somebody who I've made friends with on Facebook, who just yet again has stepped up incredibly, is Meng Kui, who has given us one of these voltage control panels that you play. It's got 12 touch panels, and it's a sequencer, and it's so much more. I mean, it's an incredible prize.
Those are amazing, by the way. He's one of my very favorite designers right now.
I know, I've got one.
Incredible stuff. Yeah.
Case swap.
yeah, absolutely.
So right, let's and give it a good dig. Close your eyes. Make this one really,
all right.
really special.
I'm going to get Poppy to do this one, and I'm a little paranoid that the audio from my iPhone, it might not be making it to the Skype recorder or the YouTube recorder on my iPad. I'm sure it's probably fine. I'm just going to reiterate some of the salient points. This is a 12U 120 HP. Custom case by Ross, has not been built yet. The winner will work with Ross to select wood and to select angles. Ross will set it up with a Zeus power, and there is tons and tons and tons of modules in it from numerous manufacturers that Ross has run over here. We'll be posting the details. Folks can look on the Facebook.
It's all on the Facebook thread.
Yeah, it's all on the Facebook thread
pictures,
too.
Yeah.
It's you. So Poppy, I'd like you to dig deep, right? Search your heart, find the most deserving winner. There's some folks have posted on the forum saying, I'm getting into this. This would change my life. I don't have a system. It would be lovely to see some of those folks win. Poppy, who's this? Can you read that, or would you like me to do it? Yeah. The winner of this fabulous prize is Broderick Carlin. Broderick, congratulations, sir. I'm very excited for you.
Wait, didn't he win it the first one?
Didn't he win the first one? You may have a better memory than I do. I'm not sure.
I think his name's familiar.
You think his name is in there? It may well be.
Yeah,
He did, actually. Broderick also won the Sonar Studios one, so that is fabulous. Ross, you're right. Chance has no memory.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
So well done indeed. So listen, on to this main prize.
Okay.
Jeez, where do you start? Well, first of all, if the winner wants, because my good friend Matthew Goik allowed me to use his designs, that we are 120 HP wide 6U case, yet to be built as before, we'll work with the person. But this has full tip-top power. Two full tip-top bus board and a Syncom power supply. Basically, how far do I go? It's got a beast chalkboard, the Neutron Sounds organ accumulator VCO, another 110 VCO, which was actually Rubber Dub Records was really kind and gave us 3 modules, which was just absolutely amazing. We then have a bubble sound wave shaper, the Circuit Abbey impulse drive, a radio music, the new station thing from music thing modular. I can't read the screen, unfortunately, that's why. A synth system VCF from, I think it was Synth Cube. Fantastic, stepped up. Yet again, Jason has given us a discrete SVV filter. The AGH, the new mini Moog thing that they've brought out, gave us the contour generator, which I think is envelopes. Pittsburgh stepped up with an LPG.
Yep.
Rick, my good friend at Frequency Central, who's helped me greatly, put up a meth amp, and that's just the first roll.
And that's a big muff pie in a modular synth. That's my favorite guitar pedal. That's where the muff and muff wiggler comes from.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's
I don't want to say that, but you know. Then we have a Pamela's Workout for all the clocking about, and a new company, the Transistor Girls, brought out the Stepper Acid, which I've just managed to get a hold of one, and it's a brilliant sequencer. Fantastic.
I've been following the development of that one, and I've got a lot of lust for that module. It looks fabulous.
What I like about it, it's very easy to use, and anybody who knows my history with modules, unless I can use them instantly, I lose interest. So, indeed.
Those ladies have done an amazing job on that one.
Suit and Tie guy very generously gave us one of his 16-step trigger sequencers. Justin from Abstract Data gave us a Logic Boss. And then Andrew Morelli from SSF gave us an Ultra Random. And now I'm going to be really embarrassed, but I think it was... I'm not even going to say it, but I will correct myself later. But a forum member sent us a Turing machine that he built, and it's a really nice build. A new guy, Eli from Circuit Shaman, has given us a thing called a Vert. It looks complicated, so I have no idea how to tell you. There's a Submix 6 yet again from Logan, who gave me one and then said, listen, I can see you doing 2 cases, so give me another one. So that was nice. And Chris Randall, lovely again, give us an AE Verb and an error box. And then, Steve gave us an Echo module, which is one of my favourite modules. And I'd just like to say a big thank you to Steve, because when I came across on my little pilgrimage, he put me up for 9 days and looked after me incredibly. So I just want to say on record that I think Steve's a wonderful guy, and thanks to his family for putting up with me so long.
I feel the same way. I'm going to interrupt for a little bit, and this is I think great praise to Steve. Some folks who've been around know Steve and I got off on the wrong foot a little bit when we came out with the store. He's in Portland as well. And when I went down there, he showed up out of the blue with a case of beer in his hands, and he basically said, "Look, I'm sorry. Let's work this out. Scene's too small to be picking silly little bun fights with each other."
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah.
I just need to say something I'm really proud of his cause, and I won't take credit for this, is because I bugged him to death because I wanted him to come down.
Yeah.
I virtually not shamed him, but I said, listen, get down there because I want you to come, because I'm staying with you, so I want you to be a Muff Wigglers. So it was the one time somebody's listened to me in my life, and now he's got a very strong, fantastic company. He's at all the modular meets. He's going to NAM, so it's just incredible. He's such a fantastic guy, I can't say.
I agree. I think the world of the guy, and it takes a lot of guts when things have gone south to turn around and say, you know what, let's build this bridge here. And I think Steve deserves a lot of credit for that. So love him to bits.
Absolutely. So we've done all the niceties. We've name checked everybody, which I think is important for their just absolute generosity.
Yeah.
So who has won this rather sick system?
And before you pull this is an entire system too. This isn't just a box with like a handful of modules.
Oh, no, this has been done by MatTech to be a cohesive system.
Yeah, it's been designed to make sense, and you've got some of the best in the best there. Folk, I may be paying lip service to my friends. The Audio Damage guys are both friends of mine, and folks doing what I think is some of the most exciting new work. Hex Inverter, DinSync. All of these guys, Meng Kui, it's massive. I shouldn't be naming the name. So the winner of this wonderful full system, gentleman I know, he's in the U.S., he's been a big supporter as well, Paul Batlin. This is someone...
Yay, Paul! I have no idea who that is, but well done.
I do know who Paul is, and, I'm excited because this is actually going to get Paul into Euro. Paul is more of a 5U guy, and I think you get excited.
Does that mean he has to cut off his ponytail? Sorry. I should have said that.
I don't know what he looks like, but I wouldn't be surprised in the least if he has a ponytail. I believe the image in his avatar does. Paul, congratulations, sir. Thank you for your support. Massive prize. Couldn't be happier for yourself and all the winners.
Here's one last prize, because I'd like to do this. Is I'm going to have a day with me making a cake. Well, you're going to help me make the case. I'm going to take you for lunch and look after you all day, and you'll have a case at the end of it.
Wow, you're just adding that right now just for kicks?
Yeah, might as well. But obviously you come up to the workshop.
Yeah.
All kitted out. We'll pick wood. We'll make you a little 3U case. But you'll help and you'll shape it and you'll learn all the little bits of what I do. And then I'll take you for lunch and just make it a nice experience for you.
Wow.
Obviously, we're going to have to pull somebody who's in the UK because I doubt somebody's going to spend.
I can't fix that for you, Ross. They're all stuck. they're all just piled in here randomly. So let me reach in, see what I can find here. If they're hopefully they're from the UK. Oh, actually, one of my favorite people. He's not from the UK. He's from Denver, Colorado. But I believe he travels a fair bit, and he may come out there and take up. Mr. Cuxan Sum. Long.
Oh, yeah, I recognize that name.
Yeah, a quick story about him. He a few years ago, this is one of the coolest things I saw. He posted this, and this is like an urban legend, but it actually happened. Someone on Craigslist posted a 303 for like $100, and he saw it. He said that that can't be the case, and he went down, and it turns out this couple. Had been going through some tough times. The gentleman had lost his job, and he said, "I had these old boxes from the '80s, and I never really used them." He had no idea what they were worth, and he had like 2 303s and 2 909s, and he was literally asking $100 each, or buy them all for $250. And like any of us, Cuxan, was very, very tempted to buy them all at $100.
I would say so.
And he did the right thing. He said, guys, you don't realize what you have here. And he showed them, the value. And he said, literally, it moved these people to tears. And it was at Christmas time. They didn't have money. It made all the world to them. And so, when this gentleman, whenever his name pops up, I think of that because I think it was such a kind and generous thing to do.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Anytime he's in the UK, then I'll look after him.
Yeah. So, Cuxan, my friend, make your way over to the UK and spend a day learning how to build wonderful cases with Ross.
So... that's it. That's all I've got for you.
That's incredible. A round of applause to all of our winners, children. Yeah. Thank you, my children, for your assistance. Thank you, all the winners. Thank you, all the suppliers, all of the supporters, and everybody. You guys know how I feel about this.
Absolutely.
You know how I feel about the site. Folks are always thanking me, and it makes me uncomfortable. If you guys weren't there pouring your heart and love into it, there would be nothing there. I mean, everyone could choose to go on tomorrow and say, let's start using the Matrix Synth forum or Facebook or something, and there'd be no value there. It's not something I feel I can take credit for. I think it's a community in the true sense of the word. This little contest, that was spurred by Ross wanting to help me out a little bit to pay my bills in January, has just turned into everybody coming together. And if there's a better definition of community out there, I don't know what it is. I love all of you to bits. I can't thank you enough. I don't even know what to say. It's literally leaving me almost speechless. I love you. Thank you so much, everyone.
Here's one last way to think about it. If you hadn't fixed the site, basically, Modular would have lost their museum.
I know. And actually, on that note, let me encourage everybody and let you know.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of new people come in, young kids, people who'd always wanted to try it but couldn't afford it or didn't know how to do it. And if you'd lost all that information, it would have been having to start from scratch. We'd have just lost the impetus that Modular is having on the music scene at the moment. So that's why I done it for you, mate, is because you put everything aside to make sure that got back up and running. So thank you.
You're welcome. You know what? It wasn't even an option to me. And I mean, I was thinking along those lines, but I was also thinking, you and I both know a number of folks, and I mean, you're even one of them. What's happened on the forum has actually turned into their livelihood and their business. There's the build instructions for the TTSH or for the music thing modular stuff. Folks have found over the years they're successful enough. They've quit their day jobs and poured their time into what they really like doing, and their ability to support their customers and themselves was baked into the content in the forum that was lost. I was stressed to the point of being unable to sleep. The idea of causing that much pain to that many people and that folks may be losing their livelihood. When it was getting really grim, I sort of felt, that if I can't fix this, I need to disappear forever. I can never show my face on the internet. They will all hate me. Failure wasn't an option. It wasn't. I'm delighted to support all of you, and I want to say to anyone who's concerned, and I've had help from Chris Analog Digital as well. My redundancy and backup procedures now are so bulletproof, disaster-proof, Armageddon-proof. I have multiple automated backups taking place every single day, being stored both on-site and off-site. Chris and I are working on a system that's going to push backups on a daily basis into Amazon's cloud system. On top of these automated multiple per day backups, I'm manually doing backups that I'm verifying by hand multiple times a week. Literally, we're in a state where California's DreamHost facility where my servers are hosted could fall into the sea, my house could burn to the ground, all of this while I was on the air in an airplane, and I could still restore the site to you all in an hour. There is no fear whatsoever of us losing that data or having this sort of scare ever again. So I'm sorry for the stress it caused everyone. It's made us all so much better and stronger, and it's not ever going to happen again. Thank you, everybody, for your support and patience.
I've got one last thing to say before we wrap up, because
Sure.
I think it's important that people understand this, is this competition was actually for you. It wasn't for Muff Wiggler to support the forum. It was to support you because you gave up your time to fix it. And I think people need to I want to make that ultra clear, that this wasn't to do because Muff Wiggler gets supported by the shop.
Yeah.
I'm supporting you because of what you've done and because we're friends, and I would do it for anybody. I just want everybody this was done for you to get back the money that you forsake and the contracts that you probably lost because you broke a contract.
Yep.
So I want people to know that you got your money back with a little bit extra, and the kids can go and eat for an extra 2 or 3 days.
Thank you so much, Ross. This is, in the middle of fixing all this, I didn't even have space in my mind to think about all that. But it was horrifically stressful. And Ross came in and said, "Don't worry, mate. I'll make sure you're covered." And I mean that's friendship. You're there for your friends when they're down. I will never forget this. And before this even happened, that. I love you to bits for some of the things you've done in the past, and coming out to visit me in the UK and time we've spent. But friends are there for each other when they're down, and boy oh boy was I down in January, and Ross is the man who's responsible for getting the ball rolling to turn that around. It's a level of support that's just legendary, and it'll be with me for the rest of my life. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
Okay. So we are now concluding and finishing the Mike and Ross show. I hope you all enjoyed it, and there will be another competition in a couple of weeks' time, so watch out for Facebook.
Will there? That's news to me.
The 1,000 posts.
Oh yes, that's right.
Oh,
that's
yes.
right. That's
Yes,
right. It isn't news to me. There will be a new 1,000-post Wiggler patch, folks. It will not be the same as the classic one that everyone wishes they had and doesn't.
It will be designed by a Wiggler for Wigglers.
But this new one, we're gonna have a design competition. To come up with what the new patch should look like, and we're going to get a bunch made and start mailing them out to everybody. So, look forward to lots of new exciting stuff on the site.
Awesome. Are you happy?
Fantastic. Super happy.
Switch off the recorder so we can just chat then.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to turn off the YouTube recorder now. I need to render this and upload this to YouTube. We've had about 49 minutes of silence to everyone who's sitting on Facebook and the forum wondering what the heck is going on.
I'm just going to go on Facebook just now and say we've done it. Hopefully we've recorded it. All the prizes have been allocated, and Mike, you're going to update it tonight sometime. Yeah?
Correct. Yep. So, all right. So with that said, I'm going to stop the YouTube recorder now. Then Ross and I'll keep the Skype going for a minute so that we can chat, and then I'll get to work uploading this to YouTube and presenting the news to everyone on everybody online. Congratulations again to all of our winners. Thank you again to everyone else. Listen to Bad Brains. I love you all.
Yeah, thanks, kids. You're awesome.
Bye.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.